Good morning, fellow patriots and defenders of democracy. Welcome to the madness. We're here, and I think it's more like afternoon as opposed to morning, but semantics. I'm supposed to be here trying to see if I can fix this dash that has numerous super cracks and a whole bunch of distortion in it. As I said, attempting to do it. However, what happened was last night when I ventured out with my regular car, and we're going to call her Stephanie. She's a 1998 GS 300 Lexus, and she has 250,000 miles on her, so she's 20 years old. She decided that in the midst of going out on the road, she's going to tell me to go fuck myself last night. It's like, I'm not going in reverse anymore, motherfucker, so fuck you and what you're talking about. And yeah, so basically the only way to get it to go from drive, like I had all of drive to 4, 3, 2 low. Everything else was functioning just fine, and for the most part, wouldn't go into reverse or park unless I depress the override button underneath the plastic tab that's on the gear selector, like I guess panel. But yeah, that bad boy would not move. So we're gonna put this on hold after I see if I can create the crater that's needed to put or repair some of these cracks. And we're gonna be working on the Lexus today. Typically they say to check the car, they say first thing you need to check, because the brake is a part of the transmission safety system, like the neutral park safety switch. If the brake system is not depressed, like anytime you jump in your automatic car, if you hit the brakes, in my car you can hear a click. I now no longer hear the clicking sound, so I need to check the brake. Well, first I need to start checking to see if the brake lights are working, and I think the brake lights are working just fine, because I think I did that last night. I was there looking at the reflection on the ground. Brake lights are working just fine, but doesn't mean that there couldn't possibly be an issue within the brake switch still. I'm not even sure how fully to check that. You need to first check, I'm gonna check the fuse system thoroughly to go around it and see what's going on there. And the worst case scenario, the transmission ECU might be the issue, but I don't know. Given I know Japan is very notorious for using the same parts across a lot of brands to maximize profits and to keep all the businesses around in function, to keep people employed. Yes, they really do that. That's a thing. I can't remember the Japanese word for it, but I'm assuming, yep, I'm sweating like a slave on a slave ship. Well, not yet anyway. Pardon my historical bullshit. They keep people employed by utilizing the same parts, so it might be the same neutral safety switch. Conveniently enough, we have an automatic from off of the 2JZ build, and it has a neutral safety switch on it. So I'll probably see if they match up, and we'll go from there. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. So given I don't feel like pushing the BMW out in the sun to drive around it, I'm gonna lift this up, drive in the Lexus, put it on jack stands, and go underneath it, which is going to be irritating as fuck. However, beggars can't be choosers, and that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing. So hang out, change your pace for a little bit, with a little bit of normal pace, and we'll get something done. This is what I'm talking about, people. We're in here. Car starts. See this? Ain't no brake pedal is fully depressed. Nothing. Now hold up. Come in fully. And then Nothing. Can't go up. Brake pedal still fully depressed. It's like, yo. That's the problem. And while you guys aren't familiar with the car, or you're not used to being in here, normally when you hit the brakes, there's a clicking sound, and ain't no clicking. So, we need to go get this whole process started. Alright, sensor with the blue thing there is a brake switch. Yep. All my brake lights are currently working, so while this may not be the problem, just to officially eliminate it, I have a spare one that I'm going to be using. And yes, I actually did have a spare one in the house. I'm going to be using to see if this at any point prevents my current problem. See the switch here? Actuator releases it. So I guess you could say the circuit is open when the brake is not pressed, and when you press the brake, it closes the brake, sending power to wherever it needs to go, and that's the way the switch is operated. Oh man, what's going on, gents? It's darker than my future in here, but I don't know if you can see much of anything. Damn it. Of course. And like always, I decide to try to film the one that is the hardest to reach, because like I've said numerous times, I'm an idiot. Welcome back, gents. This is me continuing messing with this dash, and me not even wanting to talk about my other car at the moment because they're irritating and they will habitually line step. But what's going on right now is the dash has some serious cracks in it. Damn it, I don't feel like... Alright, hold up. Whoop. You can see like these trenches. It's trench town down here. Things are like valleys. Now, in order to repair the cracks in the dash, you need to get a Dremel like you saw in the video earlier. You need to Dremel the thing all the way down so you get all the way to the base of the crack. And then you need to melt these irritating little, let me make sure, what is these? They're like flex, it's a plastic welding kit. You need to get it down in here to weld it, to basically go back down and bond to the bottom and come back up. You need to create like a trench type sitting, because then you're going to be putting a type of body filler, but it's not body filler per se because it allows for flex. I have the appropriate name for it, but mysteriously I'm here acting like I'm stupid. But it's pretty much redone. There's a whole bunch of melting and dabbing and melting, and it's going to be a lot. There's a lot of cracks on here, and I'm just letting you know what's going on. I'm certain you don't want to see me inhaling goddamn whatever chemicals this shit is. I'm going to die young. But yeah, that's what's going on. And we'll get back to you on the flip side of that. Yo, what's going on, people? Let me show you what's going on. Pardon my outbreak of puberty on my face. Hopefully I get a growth spurt because I have height problems. This is what happened when you use your meat-beating hands to turn bolts. Or, this is a 20-year-old stud, and I can't really be upset about it. But use your non-beaten off hand when you're trying to break bolts loose to prevent shit like this. But once again, it's 20 years old and I don't know what the fuck or why it happened, but I can't be mad, but I am mad, if that makes any sense. So, in closing of what happened here, let me show you. This is the automatic transmission off of the 2J. which is basically the wonderful notion of Toyota always utilizing the same thing. The neutral safety or ECU mechanism that's for the transmission is right here. And a part of the brake system and all of its wonderful electronics come in here to talk to unnecessarily things to irritate you like it currently did me when it stopped working. So, while I was under here, this thing broke. So then you're looking at this going, oh man, it's just a little thing, you can pull it out. But as we look at this right here and see this wonderful little washer, it's not really a washer, but it's like a rubber grommet. It's probably just a seal. We need to realize that this seal is correlated to whatever the fuck this is on the other side. So when I was there looking at it like, hey, we about to do all of this to do all of that, so this is what we're talking about. This is what it looks like on the car. And see where it is? Right behind this wonderful filthy downpipe, and right here next to this cooler line, because you know, once again, fuck you, buddy. But yeah, so this is basically what happened. I decided that I'm not pulling this transmission to replace that shit. Why? This car's 20 years old. I'm driving it. I know what's wrong with it. And in the event I pull it, a remanufactured transmission, which I will need, I think it's $1,200. Because it'd be pointless to get one from the junkyard and not know what's wrong with it or how anyone treated it. This car's 20 years old. I've had it for 16. Yeah, I've had it for a while. So I guess my abusive relationship with it shall continue, and we'll see how it all goes. I make wonderful 1,000-mile trips at a time with this car, so in the event you don't see me for a while, I'm on one of those, and in the event, next time you come back, and this motherfucker is not here, probably broke with me and I've had enough. But yeah, man, car broke, welded back on. I'm bypassing the switch upstairs because I'm not in the mood to deal with it, which is funny because I actually have the part number for this switch is the exact same one that came off of the 2J. And we could have used it. So it was all here, but Durka, and it broke the hell off. I know this isn't a normal E30 shit. E30 shit shall commence. I will throw E30 shit up, and we'll keep it moving, pushing and doing things. Now I just need to bolt up all the exhaust things back and rotate the tires while the car's in here on the lift. Peace. Welcome to the Madness. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, the other reason why I didn't fucking fuck with this, I kind of wanted to put a stock 2JZ with an automatic transmission in here. I priced it all out. The only problem at the moment is I have to pass emissions with this car for the next 5 years. Can't pass emissions with the 2J. Other than that, later people.